You can hear me. I hope you can hear me, guys.
Identified. Capture the objective.
Enemy in sight! Good shot! Sniper. Contact with enemy! Target down!
Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective. Hardpoint lost. Tied for the lead.
Sniper. Sniper down. Contact with enemy.
Be
Enemy
advised,
down.
hardpoint drone inbound.
Target in sight.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Reloading. Cover me. Enemy in sight. Target down. I'm hurt. Get down. Sniper.
Hardpoint locked down. UAV online. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective. Be advised, hostile sentry gun spotted. Hunter-killer drone deployed. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Need backup. Grenade.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Enemy in sight. Target down.
Friendly Shock RC is coming.
Changing mag. Cover me.
Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Hardpoint identified. Capture the objective. Hardpoint locked down. Hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Enemy UAV spotted. Hardpoint is ours.
Enemy in sight.
Enemy in sight! I'm hurt! Sniper!
Be careful. Enemy swarm activated. Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Capture the objective. Capture the objective. Capture the objective. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted.
Enemy down.
Hardpoint locked down.
Enemy in sight. Boom! Headshot!
Hardpoint lost.
Enemy
Hardpoint is ours. UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon is standing by. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hunter-killer.
Enemy contact.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Target in sight. I'm hurt! Enemy in sight.
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed. Capture the objective.
Enemy down! Enemy in sight. Boom! Headshot! I'm hurt! Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight.
Need backup!
spotted.
Grenade out!
Medics!
Enemy contact! Enemy contact!
Defeated. Don't let this happen again.
To do to come back from this game, or rather to just take that second turtle away from Blacklist International.
If you're paying attention to Blacklist International's games, they always fight before the turtle fight happens. 30 seconds before the turtle spawns, you already have to be on your toes and find the members of Blacklist because you know that they'll fight for sure.
Oh, that's the lockdown CC, but D7, oh, it's gonna be Numenal Blast first by UN! Canceling D7's Numenal Blast as Chima will fall. It's Blacklist International who take control of the neutral objective once more. D7 slowed down now. Venus is waiting for the snipe, but the heavy spin brings him back. The flicker from D7 to respond it over, but he's gonna be pinned down ultimately, and Wise picks up a killing spree in the 5th minute of the game.
And of course now with two turtles as well as for about 3.5 thousand gold lead. Oh, Edward!
That's a stun. Don't know with a total part memory, but Edward gets out a beautiful final slash flicker combo.
Just a sliver left. And one thing that we gotta have to take note of is the fact that the gold laners has the gold laner from the side of Blacklist International swapped lanes.
That goal lead for Owl.
That's huge.
Oh, this is...
Donut's not really having a very good time at all. What exactly is happening here?
I really don't know, but because of the fact that there's a lot of pressure that was put out by Wise. First, going up top and just really not minding the gold lane. But afterwards, after the first turtle, they put a lot of emphasis into that bottom lane. Donut, back-to-back deaths. Really unforgivable if you're burning fast, especially in the Brody that really depends on the early game snowball for him to be successful in a game.
I thought surely Blacklist International might lose a little bit of a control on for Owl. Yes, we're looking at a Brody versus a Beatrix matchup, but Blacklist International, they are constantly moving around. They're constantly getting themselves in the top lane. We see that there are definitely attempts to try to bring Burn X Flash down. They are on a 7-kill lead. And despite all of the games that we have seen so far, Blacklist International, they may get good leads, but the goal disparity is just not that much. But this game is just different.
Orange buff as well was given over to Owl. So you can already see Blacklist International kind of shift their priority very early to give this Beatrix a bit of a better time already. Third turtle spawning back up. That's why you see Owl with the lane swap.
And now the turtle spawns up top. We do have the... Oh, hold on, Chama!
Pinned down, Bennett's Rage, and the real world manipulation, but Jaw's still able to escape right now as D7 pops into the Numenal Blast. No heavy spin to play with now as ATM goes into the back. Real world manipulation by Seacat to lock you down. Retreat battle, and it's gonna be Chama walks up. Donut takes it away. The crowd goes wild. The first win for Burn X Flash in this entire game.
And Burn X Flash, they managed to retreat, get themselves right out without a single casualty. That is definitely big for them. Blacklist International now, there is no more turtles to be inside. The next fight they're gonna have to go for is going to be the Lord that will be appearing down in the bottom lane. Blacklist International, the laning phase is now over. Yeah. They're gonna have to move on with the rotation. They're gonna have to bring turrets down, but so far they haven't been exactly winning lanes in a proper way. They're just winning fights.
Massive recovery that was started by D7 being in the right position to go for that Numenal Blast. XP versus XP lane battle means that the only free lane, I'd say, for the side of Burn Express for now is ATM States. The XP laner's lane is because of the fact that he's a joy, but they will need more. Fortunately, they do have D7 who's picking up the slack when it comes to like carrying the team on recovery mode.
We are looking at 3.8 thousand gold. Burn Express just holding it down, but Shima and CCAT, they're trying to look for something.
Bit of a missed mechanic there from Edward, but the Luminant Blast from Yue. He will not commit anything more. As the RWM placed down as well. Good poke by Venus. Both teams disengages. But that was a flicker burnt from Edward for nothing. It's going to be Burnix Flash with a good trade over. That's the first objective. Turret taken out. Now, Donut and Chama both revealed. That's going to be the poke down. The snipe from Owl. Not going to be able to connect onto Chama, but it does find its mark onto Donut, who has the steel leg plates and is able to just soak it in.
A very pokey style of gameplay from side of Blacklist International. As long as they're able to find themselves those kind of skill shots, they are probably going to be in a very good shot. But hold on a second, as we do have ATM jumping in.
Oh, they're not blast as well. No flicker committed right now, but Donut picks up the kill. Now the Donut part memory as well. And the conceal, they want to go straight for the Lord. A good conversion so far. Blacklist, now it's going to be Wise, who finds heavy spin, but it's only on to D7. Not a good choice of target unless they're able to push them down instantly with the final slash. Edward does it. ATM onto the back right now, but Owl is going to be charging that Renner down. Edward's going to be pulled down. Donut, he has a Donut part memory. And he finds the kill back on Venus. Snipes ATM from the mid lane tier 1. Meanwhile, Chama is already on the Lord. They baited in the heavy spin. Now CCAT needs to flicker out. Owl respecting this. They need to be careful of Wise. He can certainly still go for the steal right now as Donut flickers out as well. Chama versus Wise. Chama finds him. Owl flickers forward. Chama to the news bastion. A praise is wrapped from Chama, but it's Yue who comes down. Now finding another. 3-4-2, but ultimately Burn X Flash secured the neutral objective.
Oh, massive plays coming out from Burn X Flash. It all started again with the ultimate coming out from Sika to eventually punish Blacklist. Donut is finding the openings, and now they want to find Yue.
Wow, what a steal there with the top, but Yue will still fall, and the crowd in Cambodia.
The crowd is roaring. And this is giving me the goosebumps that I want to see. The entirety of Burn X Flash, they're pushing right in. They manages to bring the middle lane turns down and the bottom lane with the Lord marching down south. Blacklist International now being forced to play backwards. They're gonna have to hold themselves within their own jungle and look for a point in time where they can find a mistake from Burn X Flash, something that they do very often.
Heavy spin, pinning down Chama, bringing him back under the tier 2 and the base turret. A good pick off right now, but it does not stop Burn X Flash's siege down in the bottom lane tier 2. Renner's Apathy charged in, mid lane, gonna be chunked down, but without Donut in that bottom lane, they'll still be able to find that tier 2 for free. No trades from Blacklist aside from the kill.
Burn X Flash have closed the disparity and is only at 2,000 gold. So things are looking extremely well, even though Burn X Flash have managed to bring down the bottom lane, two bottom lane turrets and two bottom lane turrets and one middle lane turret. They even gotten the top one. This is a lot of gold that is just rolling over to Burn X Flash. And Brody is catching up.
He's really caught up now. Donut is
Bless you.
400 gold behind this Matrix. You saw that he was, what, 2,000 gold behind before? And now it's a 1,000 gold lead. 1.5 for Blacklist International. The recovery definitely was there for the side of Burn X Flash. That means, though, this is their timing. 9 minutes, we talked about it. That is the Burn X Flash timers. That's a burn timer. They really want to team fight during that moment. The Brody is a perfect hero to go for that kind of play. As well as the...
Real world manipulation. First the flicker and ATM! Finds the shutdown! The coordination right now is Donut's gonna be pinned down, but he has the flicker to get out. These 7 flickers forward, but Owl responds it over with a flicker of his own. Blacklist are still in this game, still holding on, grasping onto that gold lead.
Very equal resources used, except for the fact that Burn X Flash has managed to get a kill down to Oh My Venus. Perhaps the amount of sustainability from the side of Blacklist is just lacking, and they just don't have the proper way that they normally like to play to extend the team fights even longer, keep the opponents in a chokehold when it comes down to these neutral objectives. This time, they lost a little bit of control. Their front line is still great. They still have a lot of poke damage, which is going to be one of the main ways that they want to win. But when it comes down to really contesting the neutral objective, do they have got what it takes despite these initiating factors?
I think both teams have got what it takes. It's just a matter of escalation, right? Who is gonna make a better play?
Another missed mechanic from Edward. Final slash flicker does not connect onto anyone. A little bit of a blunder. Now a big resource spent. He's 7. He's going to be spotted down. Owl pops into Renners. Apathy a bit too early as ATM goes into the back line right now with Vengeance as well. It's a solo kill! And the Queen falls as well! The King will try his best to go for the Retribution with a heavy spin. Jamal's walking in. He wants at it, but he will not find it. The King still is able to secure the Lord, but Blacklist crumble in this team fight. Burn, X, Flash have risen in Cambodia.
Despite getting the Lord, 4 members from the side of Blacklist International has fallen. There's still the middle wave that's pushing in, and they will do what it takes to bring down this inhibitor turret and get themselves a big advantage.
Oh my god, can you defend if you're Blacklist? Vertex Flash, they have really watched a lot of videos.
But it's range. Donut will be slain. D7 with a response with a Numenon Blast, but Venus does not want to stop, wants to keep chasing. Does not find the Astral Sphere. It will be Burn X Flash, but disengage.
If you're watching a lot of Blacklist games, you know that they win during the Lord fights when they go for heroes, when they turn for heroes. Burn X Flash, advanced play, go ahead, hands up play to the back lines.
ATM once again is jumping forward. Owl with an Ibiru. Now it's a snipe as well, but it's going to be a good song from Seacat to provide safety for his XP laner. Owl trying to lifesteal back in. Wise providing the zone as they will try their best to siege this turret down below. It's a good clear from Seacat.
It really seems as though Blacklist International is getting a little bit urgent here. They seem to be a bit desperate for what they want to get. They're starting to lose control of the game, and they immediately push themselves over to the opponent's jungle, trying to siege on the turrets, trying to get whatever lead that they can before they completely loses it all.
Hometown buff. I mean, people from Cambodia, the fans from Cambodia, they bought the tickets, they went into the stadium, they want to be entertained. But Burn X Flash is giving even more. They're giving a lot of hope, and now they do have the momentum against Blacklist International.
I think that ATM played a very vital role in that previous fight. He immediately identified where Owl is, and he understood that Blacklist International, no one else can really lock him down except for Wise, and he knew that Wise will use it right before the Lord needs to go down.
That's the play. They use Donut as well as ATM to go to the backlines. Typically, you don't want to use their marksman in the backlines, but this is Brody. You can get a pick-off because of that hero in this stage of the game.
And just like that.
And wait, by the way,
yes,
you can see Owl did not go for a Wind of Nature, by the way.
He did
went
not.
for Athena Shield.
Owl went for Athena Shield. He's putting a lot of respect on the ATM. I mean, after what has transpired, he knew that he's going to be one of the main targets of this Joy. And he also knows that Blacklist International, their own front lines, can't possibly stop him.
And if you're looking at your items, Burn X Flash, if you're looking at the tab, you have to take advantage of this situation, knowing full well that the Wind of Nature won't come for what,
Yes.
2 minutes from now? This is your timing. Look for a play.
Well, top lane, in the XP lane, it does seem like Yue got better trade here up against ATM, forcing him to back away, but it is still lane prio for Burn for now. We're looking to go for some more prio down below.
We're going back to the reset. We're looking at Burn X Flash that do have their front lines as well as Blacklist International's front line, except for the fact that there is the middle wave for the side of Blacklist International. Wise is going to be starting things off with a ultimate, and ATM.
He baited the heavy spin, now the Vengeance comes in, Edward with the flicker, but it's not going to be able to find ATM just in time. Meanwhile, Donut! In the back! With the torn apart memory! The 7 finds in White Drive, and it does get it for the team! That's the saving grace for Blacklist International, but it's only Yue and Venus left. The Lord spawns, but it spawns in the bottom lane.
It constantly goes for the same thing where Blacklist International gets the Lord and then Burn X Flash tries to run it down.
The waves are crashing down. D7, no immortality. Venus trying to cut the way, but ATM will zone him away. D7, now the shield. Yue flickers forward! Yue! What? With a double kill and a shutdown. Another double from Venus. Blacklist, they have recovered with the Lord down below. Burn are forced back.
And Owl is back, and they have the minions. The flow of the waves are in their favor.
The Lord
Blacklist
is below.
International, the defense is there, and now they know now where Seacat is.
Seacat is going to be the only one alone with not a lot of health left.
Venus with the kill. The Lord is down below. The home ground advantage will not matter. Not to Blacklist International.
Burnax Flash, they came in with a great idea. They knew what they wanted from this game, but perhaps they've streamlined themselves to run it down in the middle lane. Perhaps they can only look at one thing at a time, and Blacklist International, they have the entire map to look out for.
Man, Burnax Flash, that was their game!
That was!
But the defense coming up from Yue, connecting on 4 members of Burnax Flash, definitely overheating in that situation. I still want to say, Owl not deciding to go for the win of nature. That was a losing play for the side of Blacklist International. You saw how he was destroyed by Donut in that last fight. Had it not been for Yue's heroics in this game, this would have been Burnax Flash's game.
I truly admired the recovery game from Blacklist International. I think it is extremely clutch for Yue to identify that Numinon Blast is what I need. Numinon Blast is something that, yes, it stuns people, but because I build damage, I can wipe out the entire wave in the middle lane, and if somehow clips the other people from the back, that's a huge, huge bonus.
Just give the MVP to Yue. We know who did it. We know who put Blacklist in the right track to take the game up against a team who've looked unstoppable in front of their home crowd.
We already know how this rookie has been playing, and I think that he has already made his debut in a couple of times, but this game, Blacklist International was forced with their back against the wall, and somehow they still managed to find a way to win this game, losing fights after fights. They managed to get the Lord, so at least that is a consolation, but that consolation ended up to be a win condition for them. I gotta give it out to Blacklist International, without a doubt.
I want to join this conversation.
Come, join.
You're feeling very pumped up, aren't you?
This is our MVP. It's Oh My Venus. She actually held it down. In addition to what Yue did in the final moments of this game, Oh My Venus opened up the map. Oh My Venus set up fights that Blacklist had no business winning.
Yep. The fact that he's outputting so much damage, 83% kill participation. I actually want to point out 2 MVPs, apart from Yue, of course. Yue played so well in the defense. You see, Oh My Venus just played the game so much. And of course, when they were chasing Seacat, always made sure that Seacat will not have a good time getting back to base defending. That is an Eve. That Eve can defend, in fact, in the latter portions. But it was Oh My Venus from Blacklist International that found the openings, found the connections on the ultimate, and also the Astral Sphere. Another important factor here, Weiss, my oh my! The entirety of the map is just exploding with ultimates in the middle. Weiss still manages to secure the Lord. Like this one, for example, even without the heavy spin, you can see that after so many things that Burnax Flash tried to do against Weiss, he still manages to get those objectives. This one, for example, very important one. He will lose all of his teammates, but he still will get the Lord. I think this is the fact that Weiss managed to steal the Lord away. That's also important. 4-man connection, actually almost 5. Connected with 5. That was beautiful, Yue.
Oh My Venus was pretty much flushed out by ATM, and these 2 players, they worked on together. They find the opportunities, and they are constantly getting themselves the hits on the enemies. Oh My Venus, without a doubt, the sniping skills from Venus is phenomenal. As we move on to looking at their itemizations,
5 bans to Venus. 5. 1 deny pick
Never
with the
works.
Lolita.
Never works, dude.
And
Never
the Novaria
works.
gets picked up. The Novaria that we've never seen from Venus. MVP. If that's not a statement, I don't know what is.
Haka Venus doesn't work. Ban Estes, sure, I understand. But the entirety, the last few heroes, it's not gonna work. You have to think about it in a very strategic manner. But then again, Burnax Flash, I don't think it's a draft anyways that actually lost them the game. Breaks of the game was definitely Blacklist defending and Burnax Flash overheating, right? Burn at the right moment, don't overheat. That's the thing with Burnax Flash.
this is completely out of character for, at least for me. I never really thought that Oh My Venus would play a damaging / aggressive roamer. And this has opened my eyes as to what Blacklist International is truly capable of.
A lot of agents and a lot of fans all around the world have been asking for Oh My Venus to update their playbook, and a lot of people will say, hey, oh my goodness, a great shot caller, an amazing captain, but her mechanics maybe not top notch. Watch this game. Watch how well Oh My Venus actually throws out those astral meteors, how she sets up the astral echo, and that's what allowed for Blacklist to, again, as tight as a match as it was, and as much as Burnex Flash owned that late game, Blacklist still found a way to pivot.
It makes great sense in the meantime for Oh My Venus to pick up a Novaria, right? Being the shot caller, being the one that makes the decision. If you're able to physically see where everyone else is, you'll be able to make very informed decision as to what you can do. So everything gels together fairly well.
I think it's safe to say that in this sub 18-minute game, Blacklist International was just the more composed squad. And as Wolf mentioned, Burnex Flash may have burnt out. Burnex Flash may have been a little bit impatient, especially in that late game, in that last stand against Blacklist International, wherein the stone cold Yue just showed up. Again, very uncanny for a rookie to just know exactly what to do at any given time to buy back a game from out of inevitable defeat.
It's pretty simple actually. Just don't group up together against a Valentina. Valentina
With
always
Lolita
has her
ult.
exactly with Lolita ult. That is if I stole Lolita ult, it will transform. I mean, Valentina will transform his damage output, and whatever the skill that he or that she actually copied will automatically be adapting to whatever is the highest source of damage. So that means that a Valentina mid laner, late game, maxed out items will deal so much, a bajillion amount of damage.
But
with the
just
Domino
the
Blast.
same, I have to say, watching that matchup, and again, with Burnex Flash being down from the early to the mid and then coming back, grabbing these major objectives despite weaker and less important trades across the map, Cambodians can dance. I really like how Chama and the rest of Burnex Flash addressed the Lord's Dance and how they pushed on through mid and dealt permanent damage. That could have been, really, if maybe they were more patient in this game one, they could have started off with a W.
I see this game more of a game of recovery. We've seen Burnex Flash that did their own recovery after a 2,000 gold deficit from between the gold laners. Somehow, they still managed to get themselves back on track and they managed to keep up a good lead. And now, the ball is in the court of Blacklist International. What do they do from there? They lost a couple of fights. They won the Lord, yes, but what do they do when they have 3-person down and a Lord marching down south? Apparently, they still can recover themselves and make full use of that Lord to end the game.
It was a win for Blacklist International, but I would say it wasn't a comfortable win, right? When we've seen Blacklist International so far in this tournament, it's been Blacklist just controlling the game, dictating what happens for the whole game after the first turtle fight. They were able to do that up until the mid-game, until Burn got a few good fights by dividing the team, splitting them up with the Joy. But what I do want to mention as well is Burnex Flash and their pattern. This is a pattern we saw in their first game in MSC 2023 up against Onyx. They got all the way. They were the better team. It looked like they could end. Maniac. A sudden one moment happens from one player. This time it was Yue. So Burn just has this pattern of not being able to end games.
All right, it seems like there are absolutes when you're playing up against the hometown heroes here. And something to note, yeah, number one, Hack of Venus might not be the best strategy, but I think they made the most out of it.
Yeah.
You usually have an idea. Coach Mitch and Skyzy, they knew what they were getting into.
Yeah, I
Number
agree.
two is, this is something that the coaching staff can help with. In-game, when you're past burn timers, somebody needs to remind people. Somebody needs to come in there. And I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Chama. I don't know if it's D7. I don't know if it's CCAT, but somebody has to remind everyone, hey, we got this. We just got to make sure we do the right thing from here on in. And that's what got them against Onyx. That's what got them here against Blacklist in game one.
Yeah. It's difficult though against the Blacklist International, but I do agree with you. Maybe after facing Onyx, facing Blacklist, they're facing like championship caliber teams and they're overheating against them. Maybe third time's the charm, right? Maybe this is the time where after game number one, hey, learn to not overheat in specific moments.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems a little bit more of the fact that yes, we got Burnex Flash that is very confident, but how much can they stretch this confidence, right? They managed to win team fights, they lose Lords, and they have the opportunity. Mid lane is completely open, the creeps are marching down, and they are facing off only 2 person from Blacklist International. I would have made the informed decision to march right down and end it right there and then, because that is the golden opportunity that my team could very possibly be looking at for the final time.
And somebody has to tell Chima that he's not doing a bad job in this game. Maybe, you know, there could be a potential where his confidence will just dip down just because the fact that he's losing the red tree battles. He did well in this game. It's just that he's facing against Wise. Wise, 90% of the time will get that retribution 1v1, especially with Akai, with Frederick. He knows what to do. He knows his timings. Chima had a great opening, a good look on getting the retribution, but didn't get it in specific moments. But don't fret, that is Wise. Maybe they now will have a different way to challenge that Lord Dance against Blacklist International.
I'm hoping that these Lord Dances from the Kamai champions get much, much better, and I hope that Chima doesn't get hit by the idol syndrome. That is the king of the jungle. Let's throw over to Mara and Rabbi. They're at the merch stand.
Hello, everybody. I'm here with Mara in the Jersey Hall.
Right behind us, you can see all the jerseys of the teams that have played and are still playing. Take a look from Singapore to Onyx ID, outplayed Todak, Fireflux Impunity. Right over here, you get to check them out. And they also have the signature of all the players. I wonder if this is going to be up for auction, right?
I love that one, all the signature in the shirt.
That's right. And this one is the brightest one of all.
Wow.
The Burn X Flash, of course, going up against Blacklist International. So for everybody that's here at Aeon 3, you can go ahead and take pictures here. But you know what, Rabbi? I want to take a picture right over here.
I love that.
Take a look at this.
That's very gorgeous.
This is the very beautiful MSC 2023 trophy. Take a look. You can focus on that. And right below, you can actually see the previous teams that have won MSC from 2017, I Do Not Sleep, 2018, Aether Main, 2019, Onyx Esports, 2021, Execration, and of course, once again, RSG, PH. So 3 times the Philippines got to take this home.
Wow, that's amazing. So we're gonna know that, we're gonna see that who will be the champion for this battle.
That's right. Beautiful trophy. But you know, I want to take this home myself to put in my room.
Now?
But we're not able to. There's this glass. But you know what I want to take home? Some merchandise. Let's take a look at some merchandise. How's that, Ravi?
Sure. Outside.
Let's go right over here. So actually, it's just right outside the hall. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah. All right, rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper. Okay, we have 3 times. 3. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper,
Who's
scissors.
win?
Okay.
Oh,
I
wins.
won. You know what? You come right over here. I'm gonna bring you with me. Oh, it's okay. Oh, your friend can join. Your friend can join also. What's your name?
Panye.
Panye. Okay, Panye. Take a look at the MSC merchandise. Right over here. Let's take a look. Hi! Are you shopping also? What's your name?
My name is Mylene.
Mylene! Panye, oh, you're from Philippines.
I'm from Philippines.
And Panye, you're from? Cambodia. So we have, who you rooting for? Burn X Flash?
Yeah.
And I can tell you're rooting for Blacklist.
All the way.
Blacklist all the way. Have you gotten the merchandise yet? No, not yet. And you're taking a look.
My first game today.
Oh, it's your first day today. Okay, how about this? Take a look at the merchandise that we have. Okay, there's this tote bag, and there's the white MSC shirt. Take a look.
Mara, I can tell you that all the merchandise here are affordable. It's very good and affordable.
Very affordable?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna test you. How much is this?
Shower, tapos may konting slow or control mula doon sa ating ref.
Tinolat matabang kulang.
Dagdagan ng more chicken cubes.
1 cube lang.
May rich flavor pa. May sarap ng isang buong manok.
Tapos yung torn apart memory.
Hindi pa nga nga sila tapos dahil gusto pa nilang basagin itong gitna. Though, oh my Venus, papalag, flicker in kay oh my Venus. Galit na ang Chichudog ng Reyna. Meanwhile, Kill BJ with the third part memory para doon sa outplay. At nandoon din yung next outplay ng Exe. Sapak laban sa sapak, eye for an eye for both of the teams.
Eto Max with the plays. Bago yung nangyari play na yun, naka-double stun siya gamit yung ultimate, kaya naka-double kill si Kel DJ. At susugod pa rin ang execution.
Hindi pa tapos! Akala natin kailangan huminga ng bawat isang team, pero kada pitas ng isa, meron pang counter go yung isa. Ito ang problema na-overwhelm sila masyado dito ni Renzo. Yung part na tinatambayan lang sila rito ng gulaman na to, itong mismo, itong gulo na yan, literal, magulo.
Ang gulo niya!
Ang gulo-gulo mo!
Si Kelra, na meron ng Ice Queen 1, pati Glowing 1, double 1 in 6 minutes. Paano ka ngayon makakapwesto? Execration, ang sabi nila, ang butas na pwede nating i-abuse sa side ng Blacklist International ay yung gold lane.
Yung gold lane talaga, tingnan mo. Ngayon ko lang nakita yung attack speed boots. Yes. Ni
Sweet
Kelra.
boots, oh.
Sweet boots. Mabilis ko, mabilis.
Kasi nag-push sila sa top.
Yes. Oh my. Blacklist International, tama ka na, overwhelmed sila dito sa mga biglaang team fights na pinoprovide ng Exe. Nakikita natin yung mga biglaang flickers ni Oh My Venus, may nakukuha sila. Pero biglang nandoon na din yung execration na okay na yung dead timers, tapos may counter go. Katulad ng ganito, pinupokus sila dito si Renzo, pero pagka nag-split na siya, pag nag-ultimate na siya, nasayang yung mga ultimate dito ni Eson. Magulo talaga si Renzo, habang ito na naman yung pilit team fight ng Exe dahil effective yun! Hindi nakapigilan yung damage output ni Kel. Yataps si Wise.
Ito yung nakita natin from before na meta kung saan malayo pa lang, dinonormal ka na or ina-atake ka na with the Chang'e Meteor Shower, tapos may konting slow or control mula doon sa ating Rafaela. Tapos yung turn apart memory, nakita mo na kahit mag-times journey ka, hindi nila kailangan ng stun.
Ito kasi problema di ba? Pagka ginamit nila yung mga ultimates nila Eson dito sa glue na to, nagkakaroon ng mga libre na mga space dito. Not to mention KLBJ during the team fights, sobrang libre siyang gumamit ng mga Abyssal Strike at nililayer niya yung mga Abyssal mark niya to the point, yung turn apart memory niya hindi na kinakaya dito nila Oh My Venus. Actually, speaking of Oh My Venus, nakakuha sila dito ng bahagyang pick-offs sa gitna. Si Oheb may damage output na itabla niya pa, naka-mystery shop siya, may item na rin yan mamaya. Itong laban na to talagang slobber knocker. Lahat ng parte ng mapa may aksyon. Pero ang nangyayari kasi is, kada pitas, sino nakakuha ng magandang punish? Sino nakakuha ng magandang objectives?
Hindi pa natin pwedeng masabi na solid nga yung lamang ng execution kasi 2,000 ang quietly nakabawi ng kaunti yung Blacklist International. 2,000 na lang yung lamang ng execution at mapapatalo ka, enough ba yung gantong lead ng execution para maging komportable sila? Ang crucial kasi, kahit anong mangyari, kahit walang item si Eson, basta meron siyang flicker at ulti, sure na sure may makokontrol ang execution. Hindi nila kayang idigi yung suppression ng Bloody Hunt. That means na no matter what happens, si Eson pwedeng makapag-1 kung iko-combo nila yon. Kaya nga naman ang execution, hindi sila pwedeng maging kampante sa pagtitok because Blacklist International, they still have a chance to win this. Unfortunately, Eson will miss that one.
Nakatingin ang Blacklist ngayon kay Uncle Eson na kay Tito ang lakas, pero hindi tunaw ang taba ni Eson! Oh no! Execration! Sila pa naka-pick off! Ano kang itutuloy pa nila? Dahil si Renzo ay nakakuha na ng isa! Sinong sinasabunutan niya? Nako! Ang Reyna! Sinasabunutan! Pero syempre mapapa-flicker out si Renzo habang si Kel ay gumagamit ngayon ng kanyang napakalakas na damage para sa Lord na ito! Ito kasi yun it's either hit or miss yung hook dito ni Eson. Pag hindi siya tumama, maghihintay ka. Galit na ang Reyna! Pinalabas na ang Popol and Kupa na to. Pero tatlo ang wala ngayon sa Blacklist International. Still, execration, nire-respeto nila yung comeback capability ng Blacklist International at pwede naman nilang kunin muna itong Lord dito and from there, pwede nilang sunod-sunurin yung kanilang kalamangan against Blacklist International.
Chuck Mamba, 0 deaths on the Diggy. At ngayon nagbubersa ng execration. Yung pagtutulungan nila sa isa't isa, pag-bait nila, sobrang crucial. At kapag si Eson ay napaangat, kahit ka CEO, anybody from Blacklist International na napasama ng pwesto, quick to punish si Chuck to gamit yung reverse time. Kasi nga naman meron din siyang Aegis, pati Time's Journey. So, nandun na ang sustain. Oracle first item. From Chuck, no.
Not only that, look at the items dito ni halos lahat.
It's an all-in hero, so it's a difficult one.
Yeah. Thing is though, if you do go for the ban towards this Joy, it's going to be really interesting to see, especially if Blacklist International are on red side, because they banned out the Franco, Lance, and Wanwan. I don't think they want any of those heroes up for grabs. Thing is, also though, that Burn, again, they found a lot of comfort in game number 1 with those picks. If Blacklist International don't change the bans up, Burn will certainly do the same thing as well. They won't change any of the bans. I think right now, sure, the Whack Venus kind of playstyle, kind of draft, hasn't worked out. But this is the closest we've got to beating Blacklist ever in this tournament.
Which is, again, despite the whole, are we going to adjust the XP lane? I think we're going to see an iteration. I think we're going to see close to what Game 1's draft looked like, especially since Blacklist might stay red.
Yeah, and what will be closer is maybe you deny pick the Fredrin, but you also get the Joy. I think the Blacklist International, they got away with that game. ATM should not be allowed to play that way, because that is like the core foundation of what Burning Slash wants to do in a Lord fight.
Oh, well, we'll see how it all comes through, given that we're expecting Burning Slash to stay on the blue side, that meaning first pick. Here's a draft entering game 2 proper. And indeed, we see Burnix Flash on the play here. They ban out, again, a lot of All My Venus signature heroes, and they lock in that Fredrin, the Novaria, and the Kaja of Blacklist. It's a Bunjingjing's turn! It's Edward's turn, it's Joy!
Edward Joy!
Dapadap. So, Edward went with an other previous game, and Blacklist International pretty much knows whatever that we pick right now for.
Naglalag ang puta.
International real answers to the Minotaur now. But if you're Burning Slash, don't go for attack speed based heroes. Go for big bursts. Like for example your Beatrix that is gonna be just using the ultimates of the Renner and the Bennett. Go for something like a Brody. It worked well in the previous game. It didn't have a good start, but it might work. Also, those two heroes, they don't really mind the Joy going to the backline, so that might be it. I like the adjustment here for Burning Slash, allowing Joy to be picked up, then picking up the Kaja in exchange.
Could it be that they want All My Venus to play more of the comfort? They want All My Venus to stick to the same guns by going for more defensive support with this Minotaur immediately snapped up?
Maybe. That might be the case, right? They also want a little more of a, I would say, a shot at initiating. Because last game it was a very reactive draft for Blacklist International. Very reactive playstyle. If Arlet, Edward didn't get a final slash combo that he missed a few times, then it's no more engaged. That's why they're really struggling in these neutral objective battles.
There was a couple of times Edward just misses out the final slash.
Yep. You can see that the parity now for Blacklist is onto ATM. I wonder if Burning Slash are considering something like an Esmeralda in the experience so that they can counter this Joy. But they might just revert back to something like a Terizla. But that means that they will have to just go back to their to full engaged composition. They do need burst to go with this Kaja, which is typically the carry. So that is a good ban for sure for Blacklist International.
Wait. Interesting. Coach mentioned Skyzy still take out the Valentina, or rather the Eve, despite there being a Valentina.
This could be up next big. There's the Beatrix. Great answer. Burning Slash, are you still gonna go for something like a Brody? I think Brody's good in this particular game.
It's bursty.
With the Eve, they are setting up for something like a Leslie pick. It is a very dangerous Leslie pick up against a Joy, but they do have a Kaja, so they already have an answer to it in case they want to go for that pick. Very risky once again, but it is Donut's signature pick in FBLKH.
But just the way that there are thousands of Cambodians watching here in Phnom Penh, Wise's family also flew out. So there are loving eyes in the audience that will support Blacklist here on this matchup.
Can I say Masha or Esmeralda might be the last pick for Burn Slash? We saw Masha being effective versus the Beatrix as well as this. It's Glue. Okay, Glue's still effective.
Okay.
Who's good?
Glue's good.
And of course, when we were looking at Glue, ATM did play a lot of Glue in his qualifying games. 14 games, and that is a 71% win rate. So this Glue is probably gonna be huge. And let's not forget, Donut is back on the Leslie.
Oh wow, we got some
Black C-Cat's family now.
That's right. I'm so happy to see that our players have invited the people who supported them throughout their careers. And this is not the sweetest victory. If in front of your family you're able to upset. Here we go, finally it all makes sense. It wasn't going to be the Valentina in the jungle for Wise. He picks up an old favorite here. Not that great of a record in MSC so far, despite the small sample size. He picks up the Baksha.
I think it's gonna be A-OK now. I think that the Baxia would not be getting that 0 win rate anymore. Maybe, perhaps. But ultimately, I think that the drafts coming in from both sides is very interesting to see. We're starting to see both teams starting to revert a little bit more towards their comfort game plan, and they have got what it takes to bring this game to a very close match.
I think it's going to be a better team fight situation for both sides compared to Game 1.
Right.
Game 1 had very few, I'd say, clean 5v5 fights. This time around, there's a good amount of vision, there's a good amount of peel for both sides, and I hope, all I'm hoping is, with a solid lineup like this, for Burn X Flash, they don't burn out. Gentlemen, take the floor, let's go into Game 2.
Game number 2, and this time, we have a Leslie on the side of Donut and a Glue on the side of AGM. This is probably gonna be a big game. Let's not forget C-Cat on the Novaria. The front three is going to be big.
It all started to be like a pickup kind of comp coming up from Burning Slash with this Kaja. Then they coupled up with a Glue, which kind of solidifies that fact. Although they have a Freddy who wants to engage, they have a solid pickup type of composition. Nevertheless, Blacklist International, I like this Baksha pick because this means that there is someone to go with Edward whenever they will want to go to Donut's place.
Oh my Venus is the first player to achieve 100 assists in MSC 2023. Trailing behind is Echoes Yowie with 88. So, right on that point, there's actually an engage here in the mid lane. Sen might be caught, forced to use the dash, holding on to the flicker. But I do want to bring up one thing here, Wolf. C-Cat chose to go for Mystery Shop.
That's actually very surprising. I didn't think that would be the case. But then again, he's a mid laner, so he'll output the damage. He's not gonna be focusing on like spamming his spells as much as he would if you're rocking the Impure Rage. And this might be because they want to take advantage of the Kaja ultimate.
ATM already go early on here, but Wise will just give the respect that they need. But also Edward. Bargain Hunter.
The focus on the bottom lane is very evident from the side of Blacklist International. The amount of priority that this Joyce have and how he can just make his way over to the middle lane is fast. And do note that when it comes down to the mid-to-mid matchup, Novaria clears the wave way faster than Valentina. And it makes sense for Oh My Venus to try to come in to clear the wave and help Valentina to unlock him, to move him around the map in order for them to both hit level 4 for the turtle fight.
Look at the minimap. Wise is actually up top. He understands that he can get back to the turtle anyways, or maybe just trade the purple buff.
Yeah, C7 doesn't have level 4, so he's not able to actually zone Wise away. Wise will just take that away, but he uses the Retribution now. Chima will find the turtle for free. Chima on the top now, on the Venus. That's everybody! That's the 7 of the Flicker combo and the Divine Judgment. US still able to maneuver out. Now with the split stolen away, he should be able to escape. Burn X Flash, they secured the objective, but Blacklist get a good trade.
Now, that is a trade of a purple buff and a turtle. Something that I don't see much from Blacklist International is to give away the turtle.
Yeah. Well, they did do that in MPLPH Season 11's finals. They gave away the first turtle of the game, and then they stumble out of it. And they do it typically with Baksha. The ideology is, once you get more buffs, more neutral camps, versus your jungling matchup, you get so much damage. You get overloaded with levels. Wise is level 6, 3/4 of the way to level 7, while Chima is just level 5. And eventually, Turtle number 2 entering, and then eventually Lord 1, the experience is just off the roof.
So it all boils down to a matchup of Wise versus Shamar. Blacklist International wants to bolster their front lines. They want to keep Wise levels ahead of Shamar. It could come into the point whereby it is higher retribution damage in the later stages of the game, or just general damage overall of what a Bucks could do for the team.
And that means that they have the tools to shut down the glue, right? The glue is glue as well as the Fredrin. They rely on their land sustain. They want to get back their HP. With the Baksha being in there, it's the way to go. And this is a very smart take from Blacklist International. Not the first time that they did it, but now they're showing it in the international stage at MSC and working full well for their team.
I agree. Very tough right now. ATM cutting the waves very deep. Might be punished. US stole the Divine Judgment. Good flicker out. That could have been bad as the turtle spawns in. It's already a pretty big battle spell burnt though. So ATM will not have the split nor flicker.
Well, at least now the turtle is going to be appearing up north, while Blacklist International have 2 personnel down bottom.
Minion Fury and a Divine Judgment. ATM will fall, and that's first blood for Blacklist International in the 4th minute of the game. A lane swap as well, as that was sent down below. Chama should be able to find this turtle for free with the Retribution. Wise unable to go for any invades.
The trade for the turtle while taking ATM down. They found the pickup and they are pushing Owl down to the bottom lane. So now everything is shifted. They're trying to get Owl into the mix. They're trying to give all the priorities over to Owl. After taking down all of these energy turrets, I am rather confident to say that Owl should be able to, once this turret goes down, he should be active and be able to contribute a lot more in fight as compared to Donut, his can't.
Divine Judgment, one more shot from Donut is all he needs, but Edward gets out. Now Venus jumps in with a knock-up. Donut getting knocked up, but US unable to find just some damage here. Donut in the midst of it all, jumping back in. US low! He's having a kill. Donut finds it. It's 1 for 1 in the gold lane. Now who's it worth for?
Oh, definitely side of Blacklist, but because Shamar was able to push in the middle, now it shifts and dips back to Burn Slash favor. The fact that Donut was able to get the kill before he died, that was actually a lot of value for Burn Slash. Then again, Burn Slash, they want to play this late. They cannot win in this early game anyways because this is Blacklist International with Baksha Joy as well as the Beatrix. They kind of conceded the fact that they're evening out. That's already good news for the Cambodians.
The funny thing is the fact that, well, Yue went down because of a single ballista shot. The ballista was the one that got the last hit.
That's right.
Ultimately, that is great for Black Flash. They're trying to, kind of close up the gap as much as they can. There isn't even much deficit at this point in time. And Blacklist International, they are ready to rumble. They made themselves, they pushed themselves all the way down the bottom lane after Beatrix is pretty much done farming up all of the energy turrets in the bottom lane. And let's not forget, it's 6 minutes and 20 seconds in.
So Owl got a lot of the turret gold in the bottom lane, but he's actually still behind in gold compared to Burn X Flash's Donut. Something to note down. It means his farming and his laning for Donut has been absolutely spectacular.
All the turrets are still up. So both teams are still playing a little bit more of a stay in the lane kind of composition. Blacklist International still have a lot of lane priority going on.
I was about to say, how does Wise do it? How is he ahead with 2 turtles going to Burn X Flash? But he's still there. Chama is able to win the Red Tree battle despite being a level down. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, you can only see the Leslie deal damage right now. D7 flickers forward, unable to find UA right now, but Venus Fury comes down. Donut's free, hitting in the back. Venus forced to run away. Burn X Flash, I think they've done enough to zone Blacklist away from this turret. But with a few members walking down again, will Burn actually be able to take this turret down?
A very effective reset. Blacklist International, they're gonna have to go for this reset, but for now, the concealed play didn't really quite do much, except for the fact to zone them away from the first tier defense turret.
This is such a... That box was set up from Burn X Flash so well. They have the concealed play only to threaten.
BOD?
That was BOD, in fact.
7 minutes?
5.5k total for now for Donut. Raw boots though, bare boots. It's the brown boots that he picked up.
And even the Berserker's Fury.
This is massive already. If he gets the Endless Battle next, he can completely just ignore the boots. He has the peel ready, and Edward, he might just get bursted down in the top lane. ATM's gonna be able to escape right now, and it's gonna be a kill!
Donut! 7 minutes in, this Leslie is not just scaling, he is snowballing!
This is big!
And now they're gonna steal the purple buff away from Wise. And that timer has expired for Blacklist.
with the trade though, whenever there's a play. Now though, Burn Splash getting the better of the trade. Wise ready with an early Twilight Armor. Burn gets a tier 2 in the mid lane.
There could be even a possibility that X Flash will want to take this opportunity to starve out Blacklist International as much as possible. First tier, second tier, middle lane, completely gone. As long as they do have information, which is what Donut is looking to do, they will be able to get a very good idea if whether CCAT can push up top. And now, with the information, they know!
Venus with the flicker, CCAT gonna be gunned down, but he's able to escape right now as Jamal walks forward! The Cambodian crowd goes wild, the taunt connects onto Yue as he soaks in a lot of damage, and Yue will fall to the 7th. And the Praises Grand and the Divine Judgment brings Venus back to Donut. It's another snipe down. Ow! Oh! Very low, they're looking for a dive. The Bennett's Rage committed out. Owl, no flicker. CCAT looking for one. CCAT has come alive. 9 minutes in, perfectly timed, perfectly converted from the Cambodians to a Lord.
Game 1 was a warm-up, dudes. Burn Splash, this is their true form. Perfect movements coming up from CCAT. He avoids the full gank of Blacklist, forcing the flicker out, gets out of the map, then goes down to flicker out and save his teammates. Then lands the killing blow onto Owl. They're on fire.
I'm getting the shivers! Blacklist International probably is having that as well!
I've never seen Blacklist forced to fight. Wise had to go up front, shield Unity in to just open up the map, and Burn Splash chunks him down despite having a Twilight Armor.
Let me remind you what the burn timers are. 9 minutes! It's their timing! Burn Splash, they group up together, they outplay their opponents. Donut is a league ahead of the Beatrix this game, and with 3 items incoming, if CCAT lands the Astral Sphere and Donut just lands one hit, it's so much damage.
It's burn time.
Oh my god.
The 7, looking for the Divine Judgment now. ATM jumps forward in the back line. Donut free hitting. Donut free hitting in the back. CCAT found the kill. Wise now taunted up. Donut has a few more shots in him. The Divine Judgment brings him back. Donut's wild. It's a mega kill for Donut. 3 members down. The Beaver's crashing committed. But it's going to be Owl who gets chunked down. Donut has one more shot and he can kill Owl. He's waiting. They're marching.
7 seconds,
One
9 seconds.
more set. A few seconds for Venus to respawn. They're not going to be able to take this base down for now, but they've been able to crack the base open. Burn X Flash with a 6,000 gold lead up against Blacklist.
For a second, I thought that they will do what they did game number 1.
Yeah,
I was kind of scared.
But at least there is going to be parallel push from the top and the bottom lane, right? We do have the mega creeps that will march on forward. But for now, the main thing that we want to see is exactly the outplay or the play around coming in from Burn X Flash and Blacklist International. What exactly transpired down here?
Very crucial grenade coming out from Donut to actually stop Edward, because Edward was on him already. When he timed his second skill, the grenade was there, he was able to get out and also stop Edward from dashing through. That was so crucial because now Edward cannot reset the dashes anymore.
11 minutes and 30 seconds left. Burn X Flash, they are in the zone. They are waiting for the Lord to eventually appear. And I believe that the nightmare of game number 1 is playing in their head. They're thinking about this. What is the core game plan here in order to not execute the same mistake that they have did in the previous game?
Just don't group up. Utilize the range of Donut. I think that they're gonna be fine, right?
Just don't group up.
Just remember that the Donut is long range, like hell of a range actually.
So all they gotta do, hang back a little bit. But contradictory right now, Burn X Flash grouped up in Blacklist International's jungle. They were preparing themselves for something. But Blacklist International, they were disciplined. They do not want to push everyone else out. But CCAT is the only one that made his way down to the bottom lane to try to defend. But these 2 members all the way down below, they are not making a move just yet. And this slow, steady, bushwhack move, this positioning may be very important to the upcoming Lord's fight. What exactly is the game plan here from Wise and Edward?
They found Donut right now, and that's going to be the dive coming in. Donut flickering out of the wall right now, a good second skill, but Donut's going to be cut down! Donut will fall! Infinite Fury on the 3! They have grouped up! CCAT clinging on to dear life. Yue with a flicker forward, and Blacklist with a key back into the game. They have found a way. Burn that Filipino bush in the bottom lane.
The Filipino bush.
Is that really a thing?
I don't know. Is it a thing? Well,
We'll make
It's a
it.
thing.
We'll make it a thing now.
Yeah,
it's a Filipino bush.
You have a wing. You have wings, bushes on the left wing bush on the left side, the right wing bush, south side window bush. That was the play, and to be in all due fairness, you thought that it will be read through by Burnix Flash, but oh my views player, well look at that jump.
Wow.
That was so beautiful to see.
Orchestrated. This is absolutely just asking for it. Planet International has played out this moment. Played out what they wanted. And that is the result that they have. They brought down 4 members from Burnex Flash, and they even gotten themselves the Lord.
Okay.
CCAT was the only one who could have opened up the map. He was clearing out the waves down below as well. The fact that he didn't just throw a random skill over there, it caused this to happen. Blacklist the way back into the game, and now they're truly getting flashbacks of game number 1.
They have even the lead. Like it's not just them carrying deficit. This is them getting the lead. I mean, the way that they played this Baksha, it's so smart. Right now from the side of Blacklist International.
I didn't think that this is how they were played either. I thought it was, Batia, a lot of mobility, run here, run there, become a wheel, crash and bang. So, at this point in time, Blacklist International, they're just holding it down, back to their disciplined gameplay. Calm, compose, and look for the final time, or look for the right time to eventually jump in on the right person.
ATM, I don't think he is the right person. He pops in, the split though. D7's looking for a divine judgment. Edward can be caught! Edward goes back to the team of the flicker as well. Come out with the taunt, but he's able to escape. A good Minion's Fury by Venus to help with the disengage. Blacklist International running for the hills. They do not want to commit this time around. They can get poked down still. And Burnix Flash will be able to defend their base.
Completely walked out of that. Edward was pulled in and caught with the divine judgment, but somehow it just doesn't seem to do much.
Yep, D7 stayed in that bush up top for quite a long time, and he did not find the opening onto Edward. Well, he did find it eventually, but there wasn't Donut in the vicinity, and Oh My Venus really blocked that shot. That's why you can see that the entirety of Blacklist International just got away. It's just the fact that D7 can find a good look. Surely, eventually he got Edward, but it wasn't enough. They needed more.
I mean, Dona was also focusing on hyper-focus in the middle lane. While the Divine Judgment was going on, he didn't land a single shot in.
Divine Judgment, Immortality is going to be down right now. The flicker comes through from Venus, but that's going to be gone down once again. Dona free hitting in the back, not able to find that Minute Fury range. Owl's doing the same thing right now, but CCAT has some damage. Dona trying to delay Venus with the ultimate opens up the vision. Some snipes going down. D7 trying to provide some more vision for Burnix Flash to play with. Both of the junglers down. Both the teams will not be able to contest for the Lord for now.
It's a 1-for-1 trade. Burnix Flash, this is the game, or rather that was the fight where Donut was able to contribute to all of the lockdowns that his own teammate managed to bring up.
So yeah, for Donut, they're just focused on damage. I mean, I totally understand why. Then again, they're starting the Lord. So you have to be careful about this. If you're Burnix Flash, you don't know where Edward is. Oh, now they go.
Edward trying to do some damage right now with the burst coming in.
Not good.
But Edward will be bursted first. Vengeance coming down. 1 HP now. Divine Judgment locking out the UA with Winner's Punch, and he buys some time, but not enough. CCAT finds the kill. D7 losing Immortality. Blacklist International still with a better position onto the Lord with the wave pushing in that top lane. BXF, what do they do to take control back?
So, I think that at this point in time, even if Yue is not in this game, the fight, the numbers is still gonna be on stalemate. Burnix Flash still have to work onto the top lane. They still have to push it up. They still have to defend this. And by the time that Burnix Flash is ready, Blacklist International's Yue will come in at the right time. So why just need to reset this launch, push the mile away, and find the right opportunity?
Oh, the Lord dance.
5 seconds for you at a spawn. Burnix Flash. It should be free, but Wise, look at Wise. CCAT's opening up the map right now. Wise gonna be spotted down as they try to pressure Wise away. Chama, will he save it for his team, or will Wise, the king of the jungle, come through? Clutch. ATM looking him down right now. Chama! How did Owl steal that? Wise will still fall now. Gonna be this Fury from Venus, but Donut is massive. Another shot down onto the back line. Owl still able to disengage. But Blacklist International, they found a way perhaps to prolong the game even more.
That was so sweaty.
He single-handedly saved the game.
Give us a replay. I want to see it. What
We need it.
happened?
Well, by the way,
How did Shamar lose in that retribution?
No
fight?
idea.
I would like to credit Vernix Flash for doing that play. However, even after they lost that the Lord Retribution fight, the fact of the matter is they know what to do. They utilize, instead of like utilizing the Divine Judgment, they opted to go for Glue's ultimate to isolate that Wise. But then again, Chimar just really did underestimate, you know, the Renner damage coming out from the Beatrix.
So it really boils down to ATM's positioning. ATM just stuck himself onto Wise and waited for the perfect moment to eventually draw him away from the Lord. While Shamar is still sticking onto the Lord. He stood no time at all. But it's all about the timing, Edward, and oh my Venus.
It's just the Retribution coming up from Chimar. The
He
nerfs are
retreat
getting
late.
there.
He retreat late.
Super late. Or maybe a little bit too early. That's the Bennett. And he was probably scared of the damage output of the Beatrix, understandably so.
Yeah, he can see the Banana's Rage in the air.
Yep.
You're gonna have to predict, you're gonna have to, not predict, but you're gonna have to expect it. But
Exactly.
how much damage can a Banana's Rage really, realistically do to a Lord?
It's a lot.
So that's why he's either late or early.
Yeah.
You can't time it right.
It's very difficult. And even if you're Chimar, right, you understand why you want to dodge that. Because you don't have he doesn't have a like physical defense, only the blade armor.
Oh.
He didn't have like a Tikaras or something else. He respects the fact that that's a lot of damage. Still, I think it's a mortal sin to lose that fight. Especially after the entirety of your teammates doing the right play. They already isolated Wise. Even when you're so good as Wise on the Retribution, the fact that you're away from the Lord, stand no chance.
It was a 100-0. It wasn't a 50-50. It should have been a 100-0, but I will.
100%, yeah.
It should be.
Even with Donut, honestly, when you have a Leslie on your team, you technically have 3 retributions. The first basic attack with the passive, the second with your first skill active, and then the retribution, the real one. At this point, you can actually, I would say Donut does more than the retribution.
Probably, yeah. So, I mean, especially since we're looking at true damage after all. Blacklist International, they're trying to open the map up. ATM is going to be the front lines of the next Flash and getting as much information as they can. Right now, goal lead whatsoever, that's not important anymore. It's only 2K. It's not important.
It's not important.
Now it's all about the team play. The macro, the micro. Who does this? Who does that? And Burnex Flash, they have come so close. They just cannot repeat the same mistake of game number 1.
Let's see. Venus hands. Opening up the map. Good poke down on Venus. Good shot as well. Half HP on Venus. First about the regeneration soon, but it doesn't. Just waits on it. ATM cleaning up the mid lane. Both teams still fighting for prio in these lanes.
Yep. Something very thick amount of minions.
Yes. As such, CCAT will have to move away. But this is probably information that Blacklist International can use. They're clearing out as much as they can. The entirety of Blacklist International, they rotate it around, counterclockwise positioning.
Donut
They're all
does not
waiting.
see that.
Oh, they go! He's out of nowhere! Mere Fury connecting, but Donut free-hitting! Appraiser's Wrath coming down right now as Wise tries to buy the time. That's when a crunch and bot as well, but Donut finds a double! It's a double kill. ATM the flicker going on to Yue. Now Yue buys immortality, buying some time. It's a triple kill for Donut. ATM has bought enough time. They're gonna go straight for the mid lane. Yue and Venus. How do they make this miracle play happen again? 2 minion waves coming crashing down into the base right now. Yue trying to do magic, but he will not be able to do so. Boom! X Flash! The flames of Cambodia live in the venue.
Cambodia want it all! This is the game! You've witnessed what you want to see! Burnex Flash! They did what they wanted to do. They broke the code. Game 1 was close. Game 2, they succeeded.
Take it in.
Absorb it all.
Electric atmosphere from the crowd here at the Aeon Mall, Mengchai.
I'm getting shivers.
I thought
Wolf.
they did not see it. Alright, there's this argument that you can actually pop your ultimate as Leslie, then quickly tap it afterwards. You have a prompt that there's someone else near. And they knew the virus ultimate caught everybody in that long bush up top.
The Astral
Donut knows how to use it. Quick taps.
He's a fast tapper.
holding on for a little bit, huh?
Wow! The vision game is absolutely
Wow.
phenomenal when you have an Avaria. On top of that, Leslie, the range as well. That's why Blacklist's only way to win was flanking. If they find a good flank, they will win. But if they don't, if Chama is able to open up, if D7 finds a good engage on Owl, it is pretty much over.
The flank happened once, and it worked once. And this time, Blacklist International wanted to go for the second time. We are all flabbergasted. I'm pretty sure Leo is as well.
Well, checking my desk coins, boys. I am not as confident in
Is
what
that
I
best
actually
phone?
put in.
Is that best
It's the
phone?
ROG Phone 7. Yes, can confirm in Phantom Black. Now, looking back at it, some things remain true from Game 1, and some things, much to Burnex Flash's benefit, have changed. Definitely you can see, besides the mechanics that all of their players shown, even the macro has changed. And I think now we can confirm, much like the prior, the initial Kings of Sea, there are also such a thing as burn timer.
It's the entire team's mojo or rhythm just runs through. I mean, it looks solid. It looks like they consistently did it through streams. It doesn't look like a thing that they just happenstance, happen to just find out this MSC. It really looked like they rehearsed that for sure.
This is a very tough game to watch. This game is so close, and I'm pretty sure
Give it to him.
Donut, he's known for this.
11 kills.
He's known for this.
He was both payoff and setup, especially in that very last fight in the long bush. Again, mechanics, macro, all in the young Marius hand, all in Donut.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. By the way,
The faith in Donut, guys.
Fane and Donut. I mean, game number 1 didn't start well for him, but he still recovered. Game number 2, he was there was a 3-man rotation up top that he got a kill first before he was brought down. Gets the Berserker Spear and the Blade of Despair at 5 minutes. 7 minutes. And was leading all throughout this game, all over the place. Activated 9 minutes. You would wonder, some teams will utilize this Leslie in the latter portions of the game. We call that, right? They're gonna wait for it. But 9 minutes is a timer. Burnex Flash, they say to Donut, okay, 9 minutes, you have to be ready no matter what happens. Donut says, I'm gonna do it earlier. 7 minutes, let's go.
We mentioned it in the game. When a Leslie does not scale, when a Leslie
Your team is banning.
Hayabusa, Sanjo.
The enemy is banning.
I'm so sleepy. I'm gonna play one game.
I will choose my own path.
Your team is banning.
Pain
The falling
is the
star
proof
spotted
that I'm
here.
still
Enemy is
alive.
banning.
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
Your team is picking.
Fighting Kimmy!
The enemy is picking.
Nice.
This land is our homeland, and it will soon be our burial ground. Chivalry is dead, and I
Please
will
pick a
revive
hero.
it.
Inomaga.
I am vengeance incarnate.
Power of Pegasus!
The enemy is picking.
Badang, let's go! Badang! Badang! Let's go! Kaya ba ito magkanta?
I can defuse all the bombs or die trying.
Magic is my life.
Your team is picking.
Let's play together.
Wag sana mag-answer put. Wag sana po!
Life is a stage, and I am the
The
dancer.
enemy is picking.
I will protect you.
seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Let me show you my Cosmo. Witness my power! Show me your power! I can see your moves!
Launch attack!
Strange! Enemies here have no constellation power.
Initiate retreat! Request backup!
Good to be back!
Has been slain! Ally has been slain! Launch attack! Slain an enemy! Enemy has been slain!
Gather up the turtle!
Attack the turtle!
Out of my way!
Double kill! Enemy double kill!
I'll try as many times as it takes!
Sorry.
Battle needs to end soon!
Slain!
Witness my power! It will strengthen my clock! This place reminds me of the sanctuary. Anyone can make life shine. Anyone.
Initiate retreat! Ally has been slain. Enemy double kill!
I need to find find my sister. Have you seen her?
The enemy has slain the turtle. Launch attack!
I need to get out of this tournament alive!
Initiate retreat!
I need to win the gold claw to find her! Is Iki in this battle as well?
Launch attack! Okay. Your team destroyed a turret.
I don't want to go through that training again.
Request backup. Been slain.
Why is this locked?
Team destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
Don't give up!
Unstable network.
Your punch is slow! Stronger claws now! I'm not interested in the tournament or the fight.
Our turret has been destroyed. The enemy has slain the turtle. Request backup.
This place reminds me of the city.
Launch attack.
Out of my way!
You have slain an enemy. Destroy the turret.
I bet!
Enemy has request backup. Rampage.
Understood.
Your team destroyed the turret.
Good to be back!
An enemy has been slain.
This battle needs to end soon!
Request backup. Launch attack. Shut down. Slain.
see her?
Your team destroyed a turret. Shut down.
Anyone can make life shine. Anyone.
Request backup. Slain an enemy. Launch attack. Okay. Killing spree. Ally has been slain. Enemy has been slain. Request mega kill. Request backup.
Many times as it takes.
I'm taking it with. Gather up the Lord. Request backup.
Gonna go through that training again. I need to win the gold cloth to find her.
Initiate retreat.
I needed the warm-up.
Launch attack. Enemy has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Team destroyed a turret. Unstoppable. Down. Team destroyed a turret. Has been slain. Double kill. Victory!
Silver na po ni buwang ka. Goods. So that's it guys. I'm gonna end my live. I'm sleepy.